Hi everybody, come on in. I'm just trying to get the last of my supplies ready to make this grapevine wreath. I haven't made one in a long time. I haven't made much in a long time, so I'm gotta try to find everything and get it to the best places, at least where I can reach it. Trying to get it ready to go. So come on in. Getting ready to make a grapevine wreath. I've got some greenery, I've got some lemons, I've got some ribbon, and I've got a grapevine. Hot glue gun is turned on. I think I'm ready. And I believe I actually have sound tonight. If anybody's watching, could you please comment and let me know that there is sound, so that, cause in my room currently I don't have speakers, so I don't find out until after I've been on for like an hour. So that would be really appreciative if you could let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. I'm gonna transition over and hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Holly. I'm with Silver Knew Nothing, and tonight here in the Silver Knew Nothing craft room, we are going to make a lemon-themed grapevine. I've had this grapevine out for like a week, and I keep moving it around. So I'm tired of moving it around, and I am just going to make something with it. So hopefully you can hear me all right, because once again, I don't have speakers in my room. I need to get speakers. Of all the things that I have, it's the one thing I'm missing. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you'll see that I have, let me move my keyboard out of the way a little bit. Okay, so you'll see that the first thing I have here is my grapevine. This is a, how big is it? I didn't even look when I pulled it out. This is an 18-inch grapevine, so that's a good sized grapevine. One thing that is true of grapevines is that they're a natural product. So being a natural product, they are going to leave some debris when you're making them. And then the other thing is that sometimes you have to clean them up a little bit when you first receive them, because well, they're grapevines, so we want to make sure that they are going to be soft, or not soft, but they're going to be smooth on the back. And to determine which side you'd like to have as the front or the back, because oftentimes I just turn them over and I look to see which is going to be best. This has a lot of little curly things, which I think add a lot of character and texture to the front of the wreath. So I'm going to use this as the front. So I'm going to go over here to the back, and I want to clean it up a little bit and make sure I don't have anything that's really sticking out that might hurt my customer's door. So as I run my fingers across, I see that I've got a few little guys that are sticking up. So I'm just going to snip those off. I don't want to snip off everything, but I don't want to have anything like this little nub. I don't know if you can see this little nub right here. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. There's this little nub. Where'd the nub go? Right here. And that little nub might damage a customer's door. So I'm going to cut that off. And then the rest of it I think feels pretty good. All right, so now I am ready to begin. So the supplies that I have tonight are, I've got some basic ivy. I have 2 lemon picks, greenery things, and a hot glue gun. So my hot glue gun is ready. Because I will, once I figure out how I want everything to lay, then I'll want to glue it in. And I think now I need to decide which side I'd like to have be the top and the bottom. And this has, it looks, well, that was just a twig sticking out. Okay. So I think that because of that, I want to cover up that little missing piece. And I'm gonna just go through here, and when the ivy came, it was bunched up like this. So what you do is you take it and you just open it up, and then this part turns. As you can see that I can bend it so that it goes with the shape of my grapevine. And then I'm gonna find a place for this to stick in there. And once I get everything placed where I want it, I can then, if I need to, I can glue it down. But I think that I'll stick it in like this. Again, if you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, something, so that I know that I'm not talking to myself. I've been doing that a lot lately. My microphone and I have not been getting along. Alright, so now I'm ready for the next one. Give me just a moment. Just trying to bring up my live so that I can see comments if there are any. Oh, I can hear you make my wreath, Shelly says. Awesome, thank you. I hope you would like a grapevine. If not, then we'll have to talk. So we'll see how things go. But yes, Shelly, I am here making a lemon grapevine. I hope you love it. I got some really cute ribbon. Makes me happy. Really cute ivy. Stuck together. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm putting the base greenery in. And I want, for Shelly here, I want this to have some good depth. I don't want it to be flat. Okay, so when she hangs it on her door, I want it to look pretty. And then I'm going to take these, it's going to be loud, I apologize. And take the pick and do the same thing that I did with the ivies. I'm just going to come out here and I'm going to pull it and open it. Pull the tag off of it. I don't want that to show. It'll be covered up with a bow. I'm just kind of pulling this out, spreading it. If I wanted to, depending on how this turns out, I may end up actually cutting them into smaller items, but I think that this is actually going to look really pretty. Again, just like with the ivy, I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to fight with it. Rah! And spread it out. I think that I'm going to move this up just a little bit. And like I said, right now I'm just laying everything out. I won't hot glue anything in until I get the exact placement. I may need to trim the length of these lemon picks. These lemon picks may end up being too long for what I've got here. Okay, pull off the tag of this one. Throw that one in, and then do the same thing. I'm going to take these leaves and these lemons and spread them out. Here we go. See, there were leaves hiding in there that you wouldn't have been able to see if they hadn't been pulled out and pulled apart. And I want to be able to see those. Makes me wonder, did I do that on this one? Did I pull out enough to be able to see those really pretty leaves that are here, as well as the blooms of the lemon flower? Once again, this is the one that I had already turned. And this one I also will need to turn. And I want these lemons sit high. And when you make a wreath, you want to have texture and dimension. I don't want everything flat. Those around a little bit. Try not to hot glue the leaf, because that would be bad. That's pretty good. Alright, so now to secure these long, beautiful lemon picks, I am going to jam them into the grapevine wreath. Literally jam it. And then try to push it, not through, but into the wreath itself, so that it stays where I want it to go. Okay, so that one's pushed in, that one's not going to come out. And then I'll do the same thing on this side. Find a hole somewhere within these vines and push this pick through the vines, not all the way to the back, but just up into the vine. And get it so that it lays down nicely. Okay, so that seems to be looking actually really nice. Okay, now to make sure that they stay where I want them, I'm going to use a little tiny zip tie. And zip tie them around this branch so that they stay in their place. Okay, so maybe it won't be a little tiny zip one because I can't seem to get it out. How about one that's a little longer that I can get and grab? There we go. I'm just going to pull that real tight. And then if I can, I'm going to twist it so that it doesn't stick up at all. With all the moving of my craft room, I broke all my nails, and so I decided when I went and got my nails done yesterday that I would just start with a fresh set of nubs, because my nail beds are so sore from breaking all of them while opening all the boxes. Okay. Now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on the ivy, keep it in place. And I think that I also will want to put a little bit of a zip tie on this because, well, why not? It's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, so these 4-inch zip ties are kicking my butt. That's hilarious. Alright. So I'll take a little longer zip tie, which is fine. It's got to come out on the other end somewhere. There we go. And again, just going to zip that to the vine. Make sure I've got the zip tie the right way, because there is a wrong way. And if you do them the wrong way, they don't close. I want this to be zipped securely. Huh? What's going on here? Seriously. There we go. Alright. I think I have a faulty zip tie. It's the right way, and I can pull it all the way to the end and it doesn't zip. Well, that's just some craziness right there. Alright. Thank goodness I have many readily available. Try this again. That's much better. Again, I'm just going to tighten that up. Push it down and then clip off the end. And then I'm going to twist it so it can't be seen. Okay, do the same thing with the ivy on this side. Dear Lord, this is craziness. So for me, I feel like it's been a really long week. I thought for sure today was Thursday, and then come to find out at the end of the day that today's Wednesday. So 2 more days of the 9 to 5 job. We're trying to eat a little healthier around here, and so I'm actually really happy that it's asparagus season. I took a piece of meat and I threw it in my sous vide and sous vide the meat, and then did some asparagus for dinner, and then we quickly did the dishes, and now I'm here fighting with a zip tie. Here, up, I can see it. I'll use these pliers to pull it out. There we go. Okay. And it's the right way. It's an even bigger bonus for me. Yay! So just tying that down. are pulling that down, clipping off the end. All right. So that's what it looks like right now, and I'm going to put stuff here right in the middle so that you can't see all this business, right? The business part is not the part that we want to see. We want to see pretty stuff. So I'm going to move the base out of the way and clean off my mat because it's got some grapevine gook on it. And then pull out my wreath maker. Okay, so because this is going to go on a grapevine, I will want to use like a buff or a tan colored chenille stem to attach my bow. So I want that to blend nicely. So here we go. And because I want it to be long enough, I'm going to just take two and twist them together. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Got my back into the frame. So that's ready to go. That'll give me one long stem. And then I've got this cute lemon ribbon. I like how bright the lemons are on the ribbon. I don't know if you can see how bright those are, but they're beautiful. I love them. And we'll start this rolled off right. Okay. So for the type of bow that I'm making, or the ribbon that I'm making, I'm just going to do maybe an 8-inch tail on this. And then I want this to be really full. So I'm going to start off, and this bow's going to start off at about a foot wide or so. So the easiest thing to do is to pull some of the ribbon off of the roll so that I can throw it around. The first time I was actually able to get the lemon. Last year, the lemon stuff went out of stock really, really early, so I waited and bought it all like in November. Except for the lemons. The lemons literally just came into stock last week. Oh, you love the ribbon, Shelley? Excellent. I do too. I think it's super cute. I'm going to put 2 more of these size loops in the base of the bow. And I use the bow maker really as as a ribbon holder is really what it is. I'm the one who's making the bow, but it helps hold everything in place where I want it to be, because I seem to need 2 hands to be able to make a fluffy bow. I know there's a lot of people that can make bows by hand. They can do hand bows. I am not one of those people. I have tried. there's that. And then I've pulled in some coordinating colors from this main bow, or this main ribbon, for additional ribbons to put into the bow. So I'm going to use some really cute green. And what I like about this green is that it looks like it's mixed with other colors, so it's got some, it also has some texture. See that it blends nicely with this ribbon. Oh my gosh, my cat is outside my door having a kitten. Rather than, you know, having a cow, he's having a kitten. He came in night before last and almost took me and the hot glue gun out. So I booted him out for this week, the remainder of the week. So I can make this really cute wreath. And then the last one, this one, Shelly, is one of my favorites. This one is Swiss Dot. And I love Swiss Dot. Look how cute that is. Just a black and yellow polka dot. Looks so cute with this green and with these lemons. All the wire that I use, or all the ribbon that I use is wired, and I do that because it's a higher quality ribbon. It also is easier to work with than non-wired ribbon. I'm going to give you a little button loop in the middle. Maybe what I'll do is this. I'm still going to give you the button loop, but I will give you the tail first. And then I can put the loop in towards the end. Okay. Before I just try to close this up, I'm going to pull all my tails in the direction that I want them. It's easier to do that when the bow is still loose. Finagle these loops around a little bit. Yeah, it's so true, Shelly, that the wire ribbon keeps it shaped better. It does. Okay, now just pull this off. Got my chenille stem. I'm going to hold the middle and pull it out. Move that over. And then I'm going to gently turn this around. And then twist. Okay. Some of my tools out of the way. For those of you that have joined me, I'd love it if you'd give a like, a share, and a follow. That would be very, very appreciative. I would be very appreciative of that. Facebook likes it when people interact. I'm going to attach this now, and again, here what I'm doing is I'm pushing my chenille stems through the grapevine. And here I do want it to come out on the other side. So hopefully I can push it through like that. There we go. There's one side. Let's see what I can do here with the other side. Oh, I think I got it. I did. Okay. I'm going to pull that tight. Alright, so I feel like this poor little wreath looks a little anemic. We're going to have to add some more things to it. So before I finish off the bow, I will add a few things to the wreath. Let's see. If you've been following me, you know I've got a whole closet full of stuff, so give me just a minute while I turn around and find something. Put a couple up. Oh! Oh! Okay. So that would be holly down. And I'm gonna call that the end of the live for now. So I'll finish this up later. Thanks for joining.